As Week 8 finished up, our Lancaster County football teams are headed toward their final 2 regular games. Hello, I'm Elena Ely, and thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of The Playbook. Andrew Jackson remained undefeated in the region as they took out Central and Pageland. The Buford Yellow Jackets won another high-scoring shootout with their win over Chesterfield. The Indian Land Warriors dropped another close game at South Point, and the Lancaster Bruins lost on the road at Catawba Ridge. We took some time and spoke to the coaches about their Week 6 games and what we can expect this Friday night. We'll be back to hear what they had to say after this short break. Stay tuned for more of The Playbook.
Hey, Grant, what you doing at the bus depot?
I gotta go someplace where I can get everything I love. Internet with 1 gig speeds, a home security system, a whole home DVR with thousands of shows on demand.
Wait, all those things that you love, I know people right here who can get you all of it.
Internet, TV, security, and phone. Get it all with Compori, your friendly neighborhood tech giant.
Let's go! Oh, yeah! Reach for the sky! We go! Yeah! Yeah!
As you set your financial game plan, we'll be with you every play. Relax. You're with Founders.
Hey, I'm Carter Osterhaus from HGTV, here with some tips on heating your home comfortably and responsibly, starting with your heating system. Even on the coldest days, nothing keeps your home warm and cozy like a high-efficiency, Energy Star qualified natural gas furnace. You can actually feel how warm the air is. And that's because a gas furnace delivers air that's up to 25 degrees warmer than the air from a heat pump. And you'll have warmer air inside and cleaner air outside.
I told them, especially the senior class, that they've written their name in the AJ history books as the first class to beat Central all 4 years that they were in high school. That never happened. We had never beaten them 3 times in a row, but then to add 4, that was quite something. That actually, in just the crazy and how lopsided that series is, that the win Friday night got AJ to double-digit wins all time against Central. So I was super proud of them. Got a little cooler. The field conditions weren't great. We got a couple people banged up, and we made it happen. Played well. We knew it was going to be a tough task against Central. Central is always a good team, whether their record indicates that or not. But they got some dudes, and so they're fast and physical, and that's what we try to be, and I felt like we did a good job of that, especially on defense. They just played really well, and Central only had the one drive that was us playing well, but just some unforeseen things happening that happened, and our guys stood up to that adversity, and from that point on, really controlled the line of scrimmage on defense. And then on offense, we took advantage of some short fields that the defense was able to give us and making plays on special teams. And so just really proud of them, told them to enjoy it, and that we're back to work, that we want to finish this out and go 1-0 this week. And we got a big game coming up. We when called upon to throw the ball, we only ended up actually throwing the ball 3 times, and we scored on one of those. So being efficient there, but then controlling the ball and not having turnovers was another big key to our success lately. And that was, again, showing Friday night. But that the offensive lineman did a good job up front and making holes for Trey to run, and then for Hammond to run too. Hammond got a rushing touchdown. And then when Brady came in, that, he did a really good job of reading the end and pulling it when he needed to and getting a key first down at one point. So, receivers kept doing a really good job of blocking and being physical and setting the tone out there just of how we want to play. And, it wasn't the most productive night as far as points that we've had recently, but Central's got a good defense, and they're, as I said earlier, fast and physical, and that is tough to do sometimes, or to be prepared for. If you don't have all those same guys at those positions, it's hard to do that in a week. But I thought our offensive line did a heck of a job, and Hayden Williams doing a heck of a job of being prepared for that and making some key blocks. Defense did phenomenal, especially Caden Hornsby this go around. He was our defensive player of the week and got some accolades this week for that play. But he was all over the place. But as usual, though, the defensive line did a really good job. Gabe Clyburn, Derek Anthony, Devontae Bracey had another really good game. He had 5 sacks. So that was a heck of a job by him. There was a few of our guys that they've got some ties to Pageland, so that was a big important game, and Devontae's one of them. And so I was just really proud to see him play and perform so well in that. But the other linebackers, Fuller Sims and Colby Waters did a nice job. But then our DBs, because Central was throwing the ball a little bit more normal, so they did a good job. And we ended up just kind of another one of those crazy things happening on Thursday night. We're down one of our starters at defensive back, and so the guy had to step up. But Banks Helms, Weston Joyner, Cullen Ussery, they all did a really good job back there. And then Bryce Peterson did a good job when he came in subbing at free safety. And so just a really good job by them, and a really good job by our defensive staff, Coach Sam and Coach Wright and Coach Patterson, just getting our guys prepared and knowing what's coming. And that's a big part of our success, is just preparing our guys for what to expect. Special teams had another good night. We won more of the plays than we lost. There's a few things that we could, always work on, but returning the ball, we had some explosive plays there. And then I don't think we actually blocked it, but I think we were there, and just kind of the presence of our guys coming for it caused their punter to punt it one time straight up in the air. And knowing the situation, Fuller Sims made a tackle on the guy as he caught it behind the line of scrimmage, because he could have taken off and ran with it. So field goals, Tyson took care of that again. Another one of those that I don't know how it happens, but this is now the second time that the ball has gone through the uprights on an extra point, and the referees call it no good. But he did a really good job, though, with kickoffs too, and placing it in the spots and kind of using that crazy field conditions to help us out and just make it difficult for Pageland. So, really good job all around again by our guys. Yeah, our last 3 games. So even Central is I learned this after being here for a while, and it's not as much for our crowd now, but the older generations of AJ folks, that Pageland is a big important game for them. And so we've found success lately with playing against them, but yeah, North Central this week is a rivalry game. Just in, as you said, the simple fact that we know people on their team, and that's kind of how for our guys last week was with Pageland, is that they got ties to Central since it's so close to us. We got ties to North Central since it's so close. And our guys know each other on both teams know each other really well. So they want to play well in those games because they want to outperform their friends that they hang out with on the weekends and they know or might go to church together with. And so yeah, knowing that, try to prepare our guys for that. But also for us this week, it's senior week or senior night. And so we got 14 this year, and these guys have meant a lot for our football program. And so, them also coming in and their sophomore year being 2020 in the COVID season, but then even last year that they were affected by that. So that they've kind of seen a lot of the ups and downs or twists and turns of our program. And, but yeah, we're looking forward to having and playing well Friday night. Our focus again just turns to enjoy the victory last week during the weekend, and then Monday rolls around. We talk about it just a little bit and how we could get better. So we talked about those couple of things from Friday, and then it turns to 1-0. What, and then our phrase is what's important now or win, and our guys have done a really good job of that. I feel like they've done a good job of that again this week of preparing the first 2 days, and being ready to take the game just one play at a time, then one series and one drive, and just putting all those things together is what is our message each week, with our ultimate goal being winning the region. North Central got a victory Friday night, big victory, beating Sherall, and so they're going to be excited coming in. And as you mentioned, it being a rivalry game, that they're going to want to perform well because they know guys on our team, and so they got a strong runner in number 11. He does a really good job. Quarterback number 1 does a good job, of getting the ball to their playmakers. So they give you a lot of formations and keep it simple. So it's in a way a similar philosophy to us on offense. And so defense has got to be prepared for that. Lining up is the key thing. And then defensively, they got some big dudes up front. 99 is a strong player for them, but that's where their senior heavy is their defensive lineman and offensive lineman. And that's really the big keys to victory is your line play. But then, that they've got some guys back there that'll make some plays, picked off a couple of balls against Sherall. So, we're going to have our hands full, and our guys understand that and are preparing that way.
Hey, Grant, what you doing at the bus depot?
I gotta go someplace where I can get everything I love. Internet with 1 gig speeds. A home security system. A whole home DVR with thousands of shows on demand.
Wait, all those things that you love, I know people right here who can get you all of it.
Internet, TV, security, and phone. Get it all with Compori, your friendly neighborhood tech giant.
Let's go! Oh yeah! Reach for the sky. We go! Yeah! Yeah!
As you set your financial game plan, we'll be with you every play. Relax. You're with Founders.
Hey, I'm Carter Osterhaus from HGTV, here with some tips on heating your home comfortably and responsibly, starting with your heating system. Even on the coldest days, nothing keeps your home warm and cozy like a high-efficiency, Energy Star qualified natural gas furnace. You can actually feel how warm the air is, and that's because a gas furnace delivers air that's up to 25 degrees warmer than the air from a heat pump, and you'll have warmer air inside and cleaner air outside.
I told him, I said, another good win for us. Let's not make it close by giving guys easy scores on kickoff. And I said we can't let special teams be bad for us, and we're going to work hard on that this week to make sure we correct it and not give teams an easy 6 points. And we did that a couple times, so we got to shore that up. But you know what? At this time of the year, we're going to take every win we can, and very happy about that. And they enjoy it, and then come Monday, it's all over. So we got to get ready for sure. This was what I really liked about us after the first half, because it was going back and forth. Was I wanted to stay on the field longer so our defense didn't have to be out there as much. And we ran the ball the way I wanted us to run the ball. And that obviously opened up the passing. And, we were almost 50-50 on the yards. I mean, we had over 500 yards of offense. So I was very pleased with the way we had a good balance. And, Brody threw some real nice passes and made some good throws. And Aaron and Jamari made some really good catches. And Caden, too, for that matter. So very happy with that. Oh, defense is fine. I'm going to tell you what, I don't know if anybody's going to catch that kid in the open field. I'll just flat out tell you. And it's not like we didn't know that. I mean, we know you can't give him running lanes, and you try to do that, but you sure can't simulate his speed in practice. And I thought, for the most part, other than he had one or two long runs, I mean, our defense played pretty good. I mean, other than the kickoff returns, we didn't do too bad. I mean, they're good on offense, man. They got some players. But I thought, what we tried to do worked most of the night. Just, sometimes you can't hold a kid down sometimes, and that's tough. So I think it's all things that we can coach up to get better at for the next couple of weeks and get them going. But, we had some big hits. Caden Zapp had a really nice hit on the screenplay and everything. And we just got to keep coaching them up. And I think they'll be all right. Christian kicked the ball exactly right where we wanted him to, other than the kickoff team, which was abysmal. Well, we didn't punt, and he made every extra point and everything, so that was good. And like I said, our return team, I mean, we knew they were going to onside kick a lot, so I was happy for just getting on the ball and things like that. Other than we got to fix our kickoff team. Other than that, I thought everything was all right. Yeah, I mean, and we weren't real pleased with our rushing attack the last couple of weeks, and it was a big focus for us. And what that does is that gives us some time for the defensive guys, well, not many of them, get off the field and keep their offense off. I mean, like we went into the wishbone quite a bit, and Tanner and Tony both ran for like 100 yards each, and that was great. And that was huge for us. And I want our kids to have that physical mentality that we got to do that, especially in the next 2 weeks coming up against two good defenses. So I was very pleased with our line and the defensive line too, for that matter. I mean, like I said, you can't give that kid many lanes to run through, but other than that, all the other rushing attempts and stuff they did pretty well on. Well, it's pretty simple. We've done this approach this year, is just talking about just, hey, all we can focus about is just try to be 1-0, and to let them know that you're facing a team that wants to be in the playoffs too. So these are playoff games for us. This game and obviously the AJ game, these have got to be playoff games for us, because that team's fighting like crazy to get into the playoffs, and they're at home, and we got to be ready for the challenge. Well, they got a running back that's really good. That reminds me of the number 11 kid from North Central, quick, makes great cuts and everything. And they got, big offensive line. 62 is a big kid they got that goes both ways and stuff. Very similar to us in that respect. He's got a few guys going both ways too, like we do. And you never always worry, you got to be prepared for teams that have an edge to them, that know, hey, this is do or die. We got to win to get in the playoffs. And so do we. So that's the thing. These guys got to know, hey, you want to get in the playoffs, you need to win. So that's our focus is, look, I don't care who we're playing. If you guys want to go to the playoffs, start reaching your goals, we got to win the next one.
Hey, Grant, what you doing at the bus depot?
I gotta go someplace where I can get everything I love. Internet with 1 gig speeds. A home security system. A whole home DVR with thousands of shows on demand.
Wait, all those things that you love, I know people right here who can get you all of it.
Internet, TV, security, and phone. Get it all with Compori, your friendly neighborhood tech giant.
Let's go! Oh yeah! Reach for the sky. We go! Yeah! Yeah!
As you set your financial game plan, we'll be with you every play. Relax. You're with Founders.
Hey, I'm Carter Osterhaus from HGTV, here with some tips on heating your home comfortably and responsibly, starting with your heating system. Even on the coldest days, nothing keeps your home warm and cozy like a high-efficiency, Energy Star qualified natural gas furnace. You can actually feel how warm the air is, and that's because a gas furnace delivers air that's up to 25 degrees warmer than the air from a heat pump, and you'll have warmer air inside and cleaner air outside.
Yeah, I thought we had a really good week of preparation. I thought we practiced well. I thought our guys were, really mentally attuned to what they had to do to play well. And, I thought they played well, minus a couple plays. So I think the biggest message to them after the game was, preparing well and putting yourself mentally in the right position gives you opportunities to win games like that. But we got to take advantage of those opportunities and for us to be able to come on the other side. Well, I mean, just, offensively, for us, we knew that we're going against a really good defense, probably one of the best defenses in 4A. So, we had a tall order. They had some really good players. Their scheme, does some things to us that, we knew we had to be able to overcome. And we did early. We were able to put together a couple drives early and just weren't able to punch it in the red zone twice. In the red zone, we got there. And one time we were able to score right for the half. And one time we had an interception. So there's things like that. You can't do those against good teams. You can't have those mistakes against good teams. And we know that. And so I think there's a lot of stuff for us to build off of going forward. Yeah, really minus, 2 drives, they played really well. They forced, 3 turnovers, 3, interception and 2 fumbles. Just did a really good job playing the ball and forcing them to make some big plays. They went to they put a really talented player at quarterback that, is kind of like a wildcat, as some people call it. and they gave us a hard time. So we did a poor job on that. And then, one of the touchdowns, we weren't lined up correctly, and they gave up a touchdown. We talk about, winning the pre-snap alignment, just how important being aligned correctly is. And so we gave up a touchdown on that, just not being lined up correctly. If we're lined up correctly and run the scheme, I think we were right there to make a play because we were minus a guy in the box. And another time they threw a deep ball, and one of our seniors and just is in the right spot and does a great job. The ball goes right through his hands. So, things like that defensively, I know that we'll continue to work on it and work on our craft to be able to kind of, make sure we're getting lined up right, win the pre-snap, and then win some of those balls and situations that we know that have gone against us the last 2 weeks. Yeah, I thought we did a really good job of kind of keeping the ball away from them a little bit and staying the field to us. We had 2 positive returns that got it past the 50, but we did have a bad snap on a punt. And this is something we hadn't had all year long. And I expect that we won't have it again going forward. They gave up a safety. So, other than that, I felt really like those guys are continuing to get better and better every week. Yeah, I mean, it's tough. Like, we're all driven by winning. I think I'm driven more by losing than I am winning. I hate losing. And I think everyone's driven by that experience after the game, after any contest, after any time you've been tested, that experience to know that you came out on top, that all the preparation, all the stuff you did worked, and that you are and your team and the people around you, the people that are invested with you, were better than the opponent was. And it's tough. It's tough as a program. It's tough as an individual, as a competitor, to go 2 weeks in a row and not have that feeling when you've had that feeling a lot lately. And I think for us, it's about understanding that, we've gone against 2 really, really good teams. I mean, South Point's returning state champions for a reason. Northwestern is Northwestern with their experience and what they do for a reason. And we've tested ourselves. And I think our guys can see that we're getting close, and that, last game we beat ourselves, and how close we are to be able to becoming the team that we want to be. In this region, you compare our region to the other 4A regions in the upper state, it's not even close in comparison. Records, how competitive the teams are, the schedules of the teams they played. So, like, to our guys, it's like, hey, listen, we're getting battle tested. Let's continue to grind. Let's continue to work. Let's continue to put together good days and prepare ourselves for the playoffs. And when we get the playoffs, good things can happen for us. Yeah, it's just that. I mean, our focus has been to just continue. I thought we, again, prepared really, really well last week. So and the focus is just put together another good week. Like, give ourselves good weeks and good practices stacked on top of each other, and see how really what the product of those good practices can be. Well, I mean, this is a rival for us. Catawba Ridge is probably it is the closest high school in South Carolina to us. And so our guys, they know those guys. They live near those guys. They go to a lot of the same places those guys do. So there's always been such competitiveness against them. And last year, to lose in overtime, in the fashion that we did, I think our guys, remember that experience a lot. So it's going to be a really good game. They're playing really well right now. They got a lot of momentum on their side. So I think for us, it's just, we know what it's going to be. It's a senior night for us. We know what to expect on our end, and we know what to expect on theirs. So it gives us good opportunities to go out there and play.
Hey, Grant, what you doing at the bus depot?
I gotta go someplace where I can get everything I love. Internet with 1 gig speeds. A home security system. A whole home DVR with thousands of shows on demand.
Wait, all those things that you love, I know people right here who can get you all of it.
Internet, TV, security, and phone. Get it all with Compori, your friendly neighborhood tech giant.
As you set your financial game plan, we'll be with you every play. Relax. You're with Founders.
Hey, I'm Carter Osterhaus from HGTV, here with some tips on heating your home comfortably and responsibly, starting with your heating system. Even on the coldest days, nothing keeps your home warm and cozy like a high-efficiency, Energy Star qualified natural gas furnace. You can actually feel how warm the air is. And that's because a gas furnace delivers air that's up to 25 degrees warmer than the air from a heat pump. And you'll have warmer air inside and cleaner air outside.
I want to once again thank the coaches for taking the time out of their busy schedules to talk to us. Remember, all 4 county schools are in action this Friday as they prepare for their second-to-last region games. Andrew Jackson is at home and is taking on rival North Central. The Buford Yellow Jackets are on the road and looking to improve on their 2-1 region record at Sherrall. In the game of the week, Indiana looks to even their region record as they host Catawba Ridge, and the Lancaster Bruins celebrate their homecoming game as they host York. Make sure you go out and support your local schools this week. Remember the county clearback policy at all athletic events, and thanks for watching The Playbook.